Hi students, welcome to first year commerce class. We are going on in a very interesting lesson, very important for your career also. We are in the lesson of joint stock company, various documents required for promotion of a company. We have discussed about types of promoters. Okay, you got very interesting and useful topics in this commerce. Lively, practical knowledge is provided through these concepts. So just not only by hearting and writing in the examination, you have to understand these concepts in a practical manner. Read newspaper about industry and business, watch television debates, know about industry, various manufacturers, interviews will be given. Okay, companies, chief executive officers or entrepreneurs will be talking over television with respect to their companies. So listen to them, you will get useful knowledge. So today, in our previous classes, we have learnt about two prominent documents. One is Memorandum of Association. Then we have discussed about Articles of Association. Again, we have discussed about the differences between MOA and AOA, that is Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association. By going through the differences, we understood that Memorandum of Association is superior than Articles of Association because the MOA scope is much wider than AOA. Anything information which is written in MOA cannot be altered easily, but AOA information can be altered, changed easily by a resolution. So we have discussed a lot of differences. After going through those two important documents, Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association, in this class we learn about prospectus. Okay, what is prospectus? Who has to issue this? Remember, only a public company should issue the prospectus, not private company. Public company only can issue the prospectus. What is a prospectus? It is very simple. When you form a company, you require capital. Okay, when you form a company, you require capital. So what we have to do? We have to invite people to buy our shares and debentures. So for example, in your school or in college, some freshers party we have organized for which we require some fund of 50,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees is required. So the entire money college may not contribute. So because it is the party arranged by the students. So second year students are giving say freshers party to the juniors. Now second year students, a single or few students cannot contribute that 50,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees. It is a huge sum for the student. So what the students will do? The students will announce in the classroom that on so and so day we have planned to arrange a freshers party. So please contribute 100 rupees per student. So they inform the entire college, all second years, they will gather and they conduct a meeting and that will be circulated. A circular may be issued officially that on a particular day, Sri Medhavi Junior College is arranging freshers party. So please give 100 rupees each. Second year students will announce them that in the classes. So every student will contribute 100 rupees and that becomes 50,000 rupees and some amount will be given by the college and we arrange a freshers party. So try to understand my example. What we are doing here, when you require large sum of money, we are asking others to contribute. Clear? Similarly, when you are promoting a joint stock company, particularly public company, you require some crores of rupees, some hundreds of crores amount of capital you require. So it cannot be contributed, it cannot be arranged by few individuals. You require the contribution of many. Large number of people have to contribute that amount. So how do people come to know about our formation of company? For example, I will start a company in 2021. Say, for example, I am going to start Madhusudan Limited, which may manufacture some mobile phones. I want some 100 crores of capital, which I cannot contribute on my own. So I have registered, I have completed all my formalities. I have submitted a memorandum of association, I have submitted articles of association, various other documents, and registration is done. I got a registered number. Now mine is a public company. I want, say, 100 crores of capital. Now I wish to take that money from the people by selling my shares. People, I want to take money from people means I can't beg on road that I am starting a company, please give me 200 rupees, please give me 1000 rupees. We can't go for begging. What we have to do? We have to issue shares. Issue means sell. So for example, a share is a certificate. Normally it is a document like this. A paper consisting of the company's name, stamp, details. So we will sell this share. This is a document. Okay. So we sell it to people. But how do people come to know about my sale of shares, my issue of shares? How many number of shares I am issuing? What is my share value? How do people come to know? Is it to be advertised or not? So people should be informed of that. Me, M. Madhusudan, for MMS Limited, I am issuing a share and my share value is 100 rupees or 1000 rupees. So that information is to be given to the people. Then interested people will come and buy my shares. Then I can get my capital. Live example, you see any junior college. For example, this Sri Medhavi Junior College, if it is not advertised in the local channels and through your schools or newspapers or electronic media or through SMS or through your family members, if you are not informed about our college, how do you come to know that there is a Sri Medhavi College in Santosh Nagar and we can study in that the required course? No. So you should be informed about the college and its details, fee structure, timings of the college achievements. These are all informed to you through various media, that may be personally or through your siblings, through your relatives, through your school teachers, through your tuition masters, or through newspaper, through TV advertisement, or various types of advertisement, holdings or banners. By that, you came to know that there is a Sri Medhavi College in Santosh Nagar, so you came here and you have taken admission. Similarly, when you start a joint stock company, if you don't know when and where the company was established and how many number of shares it is issuing, you will not come to know how to buy the shares and in which company you have to invest your money, and company won't get the capital. So that is the reason a prospectus is to be printed and it is to be circulated among the people. Okay, that is the reason you can see the definition. Prospectus is defined as an invitation to the public to subscribe. Subscribe means buy, purchase karna. To subscribe to the shares and debentures of a public company. When a public company wants capital, it has to sell shares or debentures. What are shares and what are debentures? We will learn in the next lesson in a detailed manner. Already I have given you the brief definition of share. Share is the smallest part of capital. A certificate will be there. So that is given to the person who has given money to us. So I take money and I will give shares. So like that, by selling shares to various people, I will get capital. So at the end of the year, when I earn profit, to all these shareholders, I will give dividend. That is called share in profit. Okay. So it is an invitation. Like in a house, if there is a marriage ceremony, how do our relatives come to know about the function at our home? So we prepare the wedding card. Okay. Then we circulate among our relatives and we inform them that in so and so functional marriage is there. Then address will give. So people do come. Similarly, when we establish a company, if you don't inform the people about your incorporation of company and you are issuing shares, so people won't come and they don't buy the shares and you won't get the capital. So we have to inform the people. So for informing the people, whatever the document we prepare, whatever the invitation we prepare, that is called as prospectus. So prospectus is an invitation to the public to subscribe to the shares and debentures of a public company. Here I have clearly mentioned, Private companies cannot issue shares. Only public companies can issue. This is very much important. Right? Now, contents. What will be there? What will be there in a prospectus? First point, name and full address of the company. Where the company is located, whether it is in Santosh Nagar or Hayat Nagar or Koti or Barkas or Karim Nagar or Mahbub Nagar. You have to, and its name. Whether it is Reliance company or Tata company, X company, Y company, you have to give the name and its full address. Because when people want to buy, they should come now. For example, you prepare the wedding card and you have not given the functional address. Where do people come? Where do the guests come? So you have to give the functional address. Then only they will reach. Then only they will give you gift and they will have the dinner what you provide. Clear? So here, similarly, if you are inviting the people to subscribe for the shares and debentures, if you don't give the name and address of your company, people don't know where to come, whom to approach. So first is name and full address of the company. Second point is name and full address of members of board of directors. I told you who are board of directors. These are the people who manage the company. These are the head of shareholders who take the decisions and who run the company. Secretary, there will be a secretary to every company. Auditor, the person who checks accounts is called as auditor. Legal advisor, a person who gives advice on legal aspects regarding the court cases, regarding document preparation, etc. A person who advises in legal matters is called as legal advisor. And banker, in which bank you have taken the account, so that is your banker. So we have to give all the responsible people's address to the common people, to the upcoming or say prospective shareholders. So we have to give the name and full address of members of board of directors, secretary, auditor, legal advisor, bankers, etc. Then the particulars of signatories to the MOA. MOA means Memorandum of Association. Signatories means the other day I told you. Whenever we submit Memorandum of Association to the Register of Companies, minimum 7 members have to sign in case of public company, 2 members have to sign in case of private company. They are called as signatories. The people who have signed on the Memorandum of Association are called as signatories. So we have to give the particulars about those signatories and the number of shares taken by them. Every signatory, that means every member who has signed on the memorandum must take at least 1 share as per the Companies Act 2013. But in general, they don't take just 1 share, they will take hundreds of shares. So whatever the number of shares they have taken, we have to mention. Then the minimum subscription amount fixed by the promoters. Minimum subscription means the minimum amount of capital required to start your company, that will be fixed by the promoters. Who are promoters already you know. The people who take the initiative and who do all the preliminary work to start the company is called as promoter. So what is the amount of minimum capital they have fixed, that we have to mention. Then the details of property acquired, if any, before issuing this prospectus. If already we have acquired some property like land or machinery or some technology, computers, etc. If you have purchased any machinery or any property, you have to mention in this prospectus. Then the time of opening and closing of the subscription list. Remember, when a joint stock company issues shares, it is not open for all the 365 days. Okay. Company will keep this issue opens only for particular duration. It may start on January 1st and will end it on January 31st. Only for 1 month or 15 days the opening will be. Okay. Like see in your junior college, you can't take admissions throughout the year. The Board of Intermediate will give you a time frame. The admission into intermediate first year will start in as on June 1st and will be closed on July 31st or August 15th. They will give the deadline. So after that you cannot take admission into a college. Similarly, in a joint stock company also, shares are not sold throughout the year. Particularly when it is new shares. For a new company, they will give you some time limit. So that time of opening and time of closing we have to mention. Means when the issue of shares starts and when it will be ending. Then the capital structure of the company, capital structure is very important. Suppose there is a building, so you will have a structure. What is the basement? How many rooms are there in the first floor, second floor? That is called a structure. For a joint stock company also, there will be a capital structure. Means you will have the amount of share capital, you will have the amount of debenture, okay. Then you will have the amount of bank loans, then amount contributed by the promoters, like that. The entire amount of capital will have so many parts that you have to disclose. How much of equity share capital is there, how much of preference share capital is there, how many debentures are there. In debentures also again various categories are there that we discuss in the next lesson. And sometimes we may be borrowing loans from bank for running off our company. So all those details you have to mention. That is called as capital structure. Then the amount payable on application, allotment and calls. The other day in my previous class I have explained. Sometimes the companies do not demand the entire amount of share value in single payment. They will give you installments. Okay. The other day I gave you an example. Suppose if the share value is 100 rupees, we divide it into say 20 rupees on application. That means while applying you have to pay 20 rupees per share. Then 30 rupees on allotment. 30 rupees on first call, 30, 36, 20 gone, then 20 rupees on second and final call. So this type of option may be given to the shareholders. 100 rupees is divided into 4 categories. At a time if you are asked to pay the shareholder the total money, he may struggle. He may not show interest to invest into your company. And you may not also require the entire money at a time. The other day I also have given you example. When you join a college, if you are asked to pay the full fees at a time, the parents may not agree and they will struggle to take admission. So what the colleges will do, they will ask some amount on admission, some amount at the time of quarterly exams, some amount at the time of half-yearly examination, remaining total fees is to be cleared by pre-final. Like that we give the options. So here also the share money is divided into various categories. Application, allotment, first call, second call. Sometimes companies will give third call also. So it is their wish. So that is how we have to decide what is the amount the shareholders have to pay on application, what is the amount they have to pay on allotment and what is the amount they have to pay on calls, we have to mention. Then basis for the issue price. Basis for the issue price means if you have decided the issue price of a share is 100 rupees, what is the basis for that? Whether it is decided based on the property, or whether it is decided based on the profitability of the company, based on your goodwill. So there will be some basis. Na? For example, if I say that this marker is 40 rupees, there will be some basis. What is the material cost? What is the manufacturing cost? Then what is my profit? After adding all those things, I will decide what is the selling price of this marker. Similarly, when a company decides the share price, what is the basis for that? We have to mention. Then the addresses of the underwriters. Who are the underwriters? Underwriters are like commission agents, brokers, who will help the joint stock company to issue the shares. Sometimes common people may not come forward to buy the shares. If people do not buy the shares, we will struggle to get the minimum subscription. If you don't get the minimum subscription, our registration as public company will get cancelled. Okay. So that is the reason in a situation where a company is unable to sell shares on its own, so these underwriters will help us to sell off shares to common people and they will help us to get share capital. So underwriters are the brokers or commission agents who help the joint stock company, public company to subscribe the minimum subscription. Then particulars about reserves and surplus. Reserves and surplus are nothing but extra money what we are saving for the future purpose after distributing the dividends. In every class almost I am telling you, when we get the profits, out of the profits we distribute to the shareholders, dividend. We give the dividend to shareholders. After giving this dividend, we will save some amount for future. Because in future we may get profits or we may not get. So there is no guarantee that always we get the profits. So we have to save some amount for future. So how much amount we have saved? If it is existing company, we have to mention. Then the amount of preliminary expenses. What are preliminary expenses? The expenses incurred by the promoters for doing all the initial work are called as preliminary expenses. In the beginning, you have to prepare various documents, you have to enter into various contracts. Clear? So for that purpose, you need to spend some money. If you don't spend money, company cannot be promoted, company cannot be incorporated. So preliminary expenses are those expenses incurred by the promoters to incorporate a company. So what is the amount you have spent? That also you have to mention. So these are the contents of prospectus. Very important question for 5 marks. Define prospectus may be given for 2 marks. If you are asked about contents, you write down any 10 contents, you will get 5 marks.